Hi, thanks for coming in. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. Let me get the lighting so I don't look so crazy. And I have to remember the camera's right there. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are you? Thanks for coming in to spend some time. So guess what? I have Louise's laptop here. She's going to let me borrow it so I can do a test run to see how it is. So I'm already signed in and everything. So we're going to see how this works out. We're going to see how this works out tonight. I'm excited because I'm not real tech savvy. So, okay, let me go up here. And I don't do good with touch. I'm more of a mouse person, right? Because I'm old school. So there you go. Who's going to be my sound check person? Jody! Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes early, but I am early. You're my sound check girl. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me know how I sound. Let me know how I sound. I'm thinking of you, friend. I'm thinking of you. Busy, busy. Hi, Tina. Hi. So glad you're here. Thanks so much for coming in. Very good, Jody. Thank you very much. Great job. Great job, sound check girl. Oh, look, can you see my bud right there? I know, right? I know. But Linda, you're going to be so excited. Stacy, hi. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You see him? Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom stuff. See him right there? Watch his tail. So you see how we pull the shear to the side so that they have a view out into the backyard? He's watching the birds on the fence. Hi, Francine. Jules, how are you? How are you feeling, friend? I've been thinking of you. I hope everybody's doing great. I certainly do. I'm so glad we're here together for circle time. So let's get started, shall we? It is circle time here at Lilleybugglane. It certainly is. It is May 8th, 2024. It certainly is. I am Lala, and we welcome you to circle time. For those that are new or just passing by, we welcome you. And to our OGs, our favoriteest OGs, you know we love ya. We love ya, and we're glad you're here. We certainly are. So, beautiful weather today. Beautiful weather. But let me tell you who has been super de-duper busy. Ryan Hall and Max Velocity. Max Velocity was live for 16 hours straight day before yesterday, tracking the storms and tornadoes in the Midwest. He has been live today since about 2 o'clock. Hi, Kelly. Hi. How are you? Tell your mom I said hi. Oh, geez. Everybody's here tonight. It's so wonderful. Everybody's here tonight. So, as I announced earlier, for those of you that missed it, Louise has lent me her laptop. So I'm watching on the laptop, okay? This is a practice run because Chewy says I need to make up my damn mind. And you know me, I got to think it to death before I do it. So we'll see how it goes, but it's not going to lock up on me or anything like the desktop does. So we'll see how it goes. And I will make up my mind fairly soon. I certainly will. So, oh, good. I'm glad. Listen, I loved your Mother's Day tree. For those of you in our circle, go to Kelly and her mom's channel. They have a Mother's Day tree video that is super de-duper cute. So go look at that. It's really cute. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the the ornaments are all handmade, if I'm not mistaken. So go take a look at Kelly and her mom's channel and look at the Mother's Day tree. It's really nice. And guess what? Sunday is Mother's Day. I do believe, correct? The 12th is Mother's Day. So we need to get ready, right? We need to dye our hair. We need to pluck our eyebrows. We need to shave our chin hairs. We need to cut our toenails. We need to get it all done, right? So we look super de-duper neat and tidy on Mother's Day. We do, we do. But anyway, if you are in the path, aw, that's so nice. If you are in the path of any of the bajangly weather that is happening or has happened, okay, we are all thinking of you. Stay safe. Stay safe. And always, oh, good. Good, honey. Good. You're on top of it. See? See? Honey's an OG. She knows the rules. She certainly does. Know the weather that is in your area. Know the weather that is coming to your area, because the stuff that is happening right now in the Midwest and moving in through the South is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So just be very, very weather aware, okay? Weather aware. I know, right, Kelly? There are so many. There are so many right now. I've been watching Max Velocity because, to tell you the truth, okay, I love Ryan Hall. Oh, honey, you are fancy. You are getting fancy. To tell you the truth, I love Ryan Hall. I do. I love Ryan Hall. He's a little bit too corporate, though, for me. Little bit too corporate. I like a little bit of a learning edge to my videos or my lives that I watch, or, you know, things like that. I don't like them to be too corporate, if you know what I mean. So I do like Max Velocity. And can I tell you, in the last month, that young man has gotten over 100,000 subscribers new to his channel in 1 month. So people are becoming very weather aware and realizing that they have to go to independent journalists and weather people to find out what's really happening, rather than doing the mainstream stuff. You know what I mean? So always look for independent people. Ryan Hall, Max Velocity. So there we go. Okay, look what we got in the mail today. How many of you got one of these in the mail? This is the Fill a Bag to Help a Family through the post office. Has everybody received one? Yes. Oh, has he, Kelly? Has he really? See, now you're right, because I like him because he does try and grab remarks out of the chat. And I love the fact that he mispronounces some of the cities and stuff. And just a little while ago, he asked, I don't think he realized what he said, but he said, does anybody know the initials for Kentucky? And everybody in the chat, it must have been 5,000 people in the chat, all put KY. And then he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. I knew it. Why did I say that? So he's still learning and, you know, getting used to being live and stuff like that. So I do like him a lot. I do. And, you know, less corporate than Ryan. Ryan is good. Ryan is very, very good. And I love his made videos. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer watching Max's lives. And that's exactly why. So Tina said she got one. Did anybody else get one of these in the mail? So the United States Postal Service does a food drive, and it is the 2nd May, or the 2nd May. There's only one May, Laura. Oh. Oh, there you go. There you go. Pretend you didn't hear that. You didn't get one? You didn't get one? I know, Tina, right? Right? See? My brain's working Jody, my brain is working faster. The connection is too fast right now. I need to slow it down. Slow it down. Okay? The 2nd Saturday of May, okay, they run a food drive. So we got one of these in our mail. Some of you said you did, some of you said you didn't. But we will be putting out a bag of food for them to pick up. So it's a nice way. Hi, Jane. Shh. 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 We keep secrets here at Lilleybugglane, Jane. We certainly do. Except when I pull my bum muscle and you make me tell on myself. This is a nice way to give back to your community because the food does stay in the community. So I know, Jane, right? You're never going to forget that one, are you? You are not. You are not. It is mint time here at Lilleybugglane. It certainly is. You all know that mint time is a tradition at Lilleybugglane because one of the rules is no bad breath. Not here at Lilleybugglane. Right? So we are passing the mint bowl. Now, you have a choice, as always, the yummy, super de-duper spicy cinnamon mints, my personal favorite, the sunshine in your mouth orange mints, and our OG Winto green mints. You do. Now, you can choose 1, 2, or all 3. It's up to you. If you had a lot of garlic for dinner, you need to get all 3 of them. You do. As always, per Mrs. Pfeiffer and Emily Post, and proper etiquette here at Lilleybugglane, we pass the bowl. I know, Jules, right? Look at what that red nail polish did. It spiffed these cherries right up, didn't it? It did. We always pass to the right. Always. Even if you're sitting at a dinner table or you're dining at a table with people, you always start passing to the right, okay, at the beginning of the meal. Remember that. Remember that. Okay, honey, there you go. Everybody, take a mint and enjoy. You will love the cinnamon mints. Honey, you will love them. You certainly will. Okay, I am going to reveal my new Circle Time green tea mug. Now, you all know, and I want to thank you so very much for all of the loving, supportive, wonderful comments that you guys left for Louisa's graduation. Okay, she read them. Her face turned red. She smiled. She was very, very happy, and she said, thank you very much, and thank you all from me. It meant the world to her. Now that she has graduated, right, I have also graduated from my mom mug from her college. Now I have another mug that I'm going to start using, and I am going to reveal it to you right now. So get ready. Here we go. Dun da da da. It's a Hello Kitty mug. What you think? What you think? Tell me, tell me, tell me. How cute is she? I know, Stacy, right? I know. Look at that. I know. Now, let me tell you something. This is a stoneware mug, okay? Thank you, Francine. This is stoneware. It is a Mama Jamma mug. And Chewy said, I think you're going to need 2 tea bags, Lala. He said, I think you're going to need 2 tea bags. So this is our new Circle Time green tea mug. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I know, right? Perfect. Perfect. Walmart mom stuff. In the houseware section where they sell the individual mugs. So there we go. So that is my green tea Circle Time mug from now on. Well, it's going to be my mug, my mug for sure. You know, for regular all the time now. So as time goes on, you'll see the inside will become stained because I drink a lot of green tea. And as always, we have, this is old, right? You all know how old this is, right? This is our cucumber water. And let me tell you, I got 2 messages this past week. Nope, Francine, not at all. Not at all. It does not. You can get decaf. You can get decaf green tea. I get Bigelow, and it comes in decaf also, but it does not keep me up. Not at all. Not at all. So, do you, honey? I know, right? Okay, listen, I got 2 messages this week. You all know, okay? You all know how happy it makes me when you let me know that you have taken my recommendations or you have tried my recommendations and you love them, right? I got 2 messages this week. One was that somebody was starting to do cucumber water and they loved it. The second was somebody started using the lemon fabuloso and they loved it. And they were finding reasons to do their kitchen floor because they love the fabuloso so much, the smell of it, because it smells so happy and clean. So thank you both very much for letting me know that. And please, whenever anybody uses or does anything that I recommend or give advice about or anything, let me know. Does it work? Does it not? Either way, let me know so I can pass it on to the rest of our friends, right? Right. Okay. We are busy tonight at Circle Time, aren't we? We certainly are. I got to keep on task though, because if I don't, then I'll say something I'm not supposed to like I did earlier. I know, Kelly, right? I know. So do I. So do I. I have a recommendation, a YouTube channel. You're going to love this one. You certainly are. Because if you just want to slow it down in the house, if you want to go for a nice walk out in nature, if you want to sit on the beach with your tootsies in the warm sand, who doesn't want to do that, right? This would be a channel that you would certainly want to listen to. It is called Relax Music. RELAX Music. Okay? Now, they're live. They always have a live going on of a certain type of music. Okay? You can pick classical, you can pick coffee house, you can pick jazz, you can pick bossa nova, you can pick evening music, big band. The channel has all kinds of music that you can listen to. Okay? Relax Music. It is wonderful. And what's really nice about it is like Sunday after church. Hi, Davida. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. They do have big band, Francine. They do. You just got to look on the channel and they'll have a nice long video and it's like pictures and then you hear the music. So you don't have to be watching anything. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes. Or real nice after church when you first come home after church and you're getting things situated for the Sunday dinner and stuff, put it on and listen to it. It's real nice. I love listening to the bossa nova music, because it's just very, I just love it. It's very soothing and it kind of throws me back to the 60s. I don't know why, but it does. It does. But you'll love it. So Relax Music, okay? Relax Music. Listen. Oh, thank you, Davida. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Listen, I talked to my sister today. I certainly does. I certainly does. I certainly did. We talked for 3 hours and 32 minutes. We would have talked longer, but she's got 2 very rascally phones that will not keep charges. So, hi, Blessed. Hi, how are you, Fran? We're so glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Everyone's doing great, Davida. Everyone's doing great. We hope you are too. We hope you are too. We're busy here. We're busy here, Davida. We're keeping it rolling here at Circle Time. I got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to share. I certainly do. But we are certainly glad you are here. And just sit back and relax and listen to me run my mouth, right? Because we all know how much I love to do that. I just got to keep it at the right speed. I got to keep it at the right speed. So I talked to my sister for 3 hours and 32 minutes. It was a fabulous, fabulous chat. It certainly was. And I have no problems doing 3 hours and 32 minutes because I just put my earbud in on my cell phone and I can walk around and do things as I'm talking to her at the same time. So it's always a good day when I get to talk to my sister or I get to talk to any of my friends, right? I certainly do, Davita. I got to keep it rolling, right? I got to keep it rolling. Okay, guess what time it is? Guess what time it is here at Lilleybugglane? It is idiom time. So we are making this a somewhat of a tradition during circle time. We are going to learn the meanings of idioms, okay? Because if we're going to say something, we want to know what the hell we're saying and we want to know what the hell it means. So when we say it, right, we know we're using it in the right context. Because there's nothing more hilarious than hearing someone turn a phrase or use a word in the wrong context because they don't know what it means and they don't know how to pronounce it, right? So we're learning about idioms. We certainly are. Now, Kelly and her mother talked about 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Well, out of the, I believe, over 700 idioms that are in this damn book that I found at the Goodwill, wouldn't you know it, their idiom wasn't in there. It wasn't. But guess what I did? I did research for you, Kelly. I did research for you and your mom. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail became a phrase, common phrase in the 1840s. Apparently it started over in Scotland and it means doing something very quickly because lambs do their tails quickly. So if a lamb does its tail quickly and you say 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, that means you're doing something very quickly or do it very quickly, right? So there is what 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, that's how it came to be. From over in Scotland, from the sheep people over in sheep herders, sheep shearers? No. Right, Kelly? Right. So, can I tell you, I didn't even know that lambs had tails. But they probably do. But they'll wiggle their tail and it's very fast. Okay? So that's where it came to be. You do something very quickly, as quick as a lamb shakes its tail. So that's where that came from, okay? So there's our first idiom for the night. We were just going back, and now we're learning about Kelly's idiom, okay? So now we're going to do another idiom. Let's see. Hands are tied. I feel like I got a hair on my face, and it's not like a mustache hair or anything because I very, very precisely clipped my upper lip, right? Because I clip it real close with scissors. I don't like shave it and I don't like wax it because that would hurt. I thought about getting laser hair removal because I've gotten laser hair removal down here. I need to go back and get it because I'm older now and postmenopausal. And she had tried to do my upper lip with the laser hair removal, but it hurt me so bad I didn't want to do it. So she just did under here at the time. But I think I might go and get it done if I can stand it. But I just take little scissors and clip it real close. But I feel like I have a hair. It's not like a mustache hair, but it like something on my face. It's probably one of my crazy hairs. Okay. All right, Lala. Zip it. Let's learn about idioms, right? Let's learn about idioms. Let's see. Hanging by a thread. Hanging by a thread. You are not quite failing, but you are hanging by a thread. Meaning, to be in a dangerous or unsafe position. To depend on something very small to save you. The origin. There's a myth that tells of a king. Ooh, I'm liking this already. I am. There's a myth that tells of a king in the 5th century BC who grew tired of being told how wonderful he was by his flatterer named Damocles, Damocles, Damocles. The king threw a magnificent banquet for Damocles, who was having a grand time until he looked at the ceiling. He was shocked to see a large, sharp sword hanging by a single thin hair and pointing straight down at his head. He quickly learned his lesson. Power and happiness are not secure and usually depend on the will or the favor of someone else. Today, when people are in risky situations, we say they are hanging by a thread. Holy cow! That was a lesson, wasn't it? That was a lesson. Hanging by a thread. And it came about because they were sitting at a banquet and the guy had a sword over his head hanging by a hair, a thread, a teensy little hair. Can you believe that? I know. Yes, Fran. Yes, you're right. It's a cat hair. It's a cat hair. See my buddy? He's curled up now. He's sleeping. He is. He's sleeping. Now, you all know that I take the tie back right there and I unhook it, and then the shear falls over the window, so at nighttime it's not open, so nobody can see in, right? No, well, nobody can see in with the shears because they're so bunchy, but we don't leave that window exposed at night. So, but he's sleeping now. He is. You see him right there. He's my bud. He is. He was our wanderer. He is. I hope everybody's lucky enough to have a wanderer come into their lives, because it is wonderful. It is. Okay, so hanging by a thread and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Those are idioms for tonight. You are welcome. You are welcome. I always want to put something educational in circle time, right? Because you can always learn something new. You certainly can. Okay. Remember when we were talking about castor oil last week, and we were talking about putting the castor oil on our faces, correct? Everybody remembers that. And remember, we talked about rose hip oil. Yes, they do. They do. Remember, we talked about rose hip oil, and I said about the Palmers, right? I have it upstairs. I have a stock of it upstairs. So I wanted to show you what it looks like. So if you are interested in the Palmer's Skin Therapy Oil, which is rosehip, it contains rosehip, then this is what it looks like. So look for this at your local pharmacy or in the health and beauty section at the Walmart, wherever you shop. Just look for this. It's by Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula, and it visibly rejuvenates, helps improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots, uneven skin tone, and aging skin with retinol, vitamin C, and cetosamate E complex, dermatologically tested, paraben free, and it's phthalate free. Is that how you say it? So that's what it looks like, okay? And I have these upstairs in my stock. So, okay, so there you go. I wanted to show you those. I also wanted to show you, yes, Kelly, yes, you would. You would. So just put a couple of drops on your fingers, rub your fingers, and then just start circular on your face. Yeah. And oil is good to use. See, a lot of people think if I have oily skin, you don't want to use oil. That's not necessarily the case. You just want to use it sparingly. But if you use a gua sha, you know what a gua sha is, right? One of those things that you use, right, on your face. Or if you do any kind of like yoga on your face, or if you use one of those microcurrent things, because I have one that's by New Face. I got it on QVC, and I use that. You want to have something that will slide so it doesn't tug on your skin. So this, you can use this, and you can use this as a moisturizer also. You can use this as a moisturizer. You just want to use it sparingly. You know what I mean? You don't want to slug your face with it unless it's at nighttime, right? So, but yes, you can use that. You can use that. And just keep in mind, it has it contains rose hip. So, because remember, we were talking about rose hip when we were talking about the castor oil. So, and I think it was Francine that had mentioned rose hip oil. So, and you can see I need to dye my hair. See, look at all this gray. I know, right? I got to dye. I think I'm just going to do the root thing. See, look at that. Can you believe that? That is how gray I would be, but I'm going to dye it. I am. Okay. Excuse me. I have my door flame heater running here because my Tootsies are cold, and you'll know why in a few minutes. I wanted to show you this. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I can't let it all go yet. I can't. I'm doing it a little bit at a time, right? I'll do it patches at a time, right? But it's white, honey. It's white. So we'll figure it out, right? But I have to dye. I do have to dye. Okay. See this? Fran, you'll get some. You know what? Are you a natural blonde? Let me know if you're a natural blonde, because there may be a way you can give yourself silvers. Okay. You all know how much Chewy loves the birds outside, right? You know. I've told you many, many times. I have started saving when I brush the cats. I've started saving the cat hair and some dryer lint in this bag, and we're going to put it in a suet feeder out in the garden. Let it hang there, and then the birds will pick this out to make their nests. So if you are a bird lover and you have a pet, a dog or a cat, and you groom them, yeah, this is the cat hair, Jode. This is the cat hair right here. This is the dryer lint. That's dryer lint right there. And that's cat hair. Yeah. So, yeah, for the nest, yeah. So if you have if you love birds in your backyard, and you do have a dog that it has longer hair that you have to groom, right, that sheds, or you have cats that shed, and you take off the hair, what you can do is you can save it, or just as you're grooming them, save it, and then when you're done, go out into the yard and just pull the hair apart and throw it into the yard and let it sit on the grass, and the birds will come just like this to get the fur and line their nests with it and help build their nests with it. So I just want to give you that idea. I know. I don't know though, Jody, if her hair is long enough would it be long enough to do that with though? I don't know, because she is such a short-haired dog. You know what I mean? I mean, she's like a buzz cut dog, but that's just her natural hair, right? Because she's a bulldog. Okay, I got some things to share with you. Yes, Tina, right? Yeah, and just when you're using the shedding brush, you just let it lay there, and then you look. I know, right? I know. And Kelly, the eagle's nests are very intricately made too, because I watched the channel that you talked to me about. And my dad likes watching eagle live cams too. So there's all kinds of channels on YouTube that have to do with birds. Like they'll do goldfinch, they'll do blue jays, hummingbirds, eagles, egrets, all kinds of birds. There's live streams on them. So, but I've watched the one that you suggested to me. Okay, I mentioned to you that I had something fabulous to share when we were doing the sync after Louise's graduation, right? I mentioned to you. So you all know that I have faith in Chewy, right? I have faith in Chewy. And I know that all of you have faith in Chewy too. So send him all of your faith vibes, right? Because he doesn't have enough faith in himself. But I know he can do the bathroom upstairs. I know he can do it, right? So one of the things that's going to have to be done is the floor is going to have to be pulled up. It's going to have to put a new subfloor down and new flooring. Well, you know how much I love the clearance aisle at the Walmart, our local Walmart and the one up in Sharon, right? Well, damn, oh damn, oh damn. If I didn't look down in the clearance aisle at the Walmart in Sharon, and guess what I found? I found my bathroom floor. These are vinyl floor tiles. Now, let me just say this. I am not a granite girl. I am not a slate girl. I am not a terracotta girl, okay? We are not going to redo the bathroom or redo anything in our home to price us out of the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Because when we resell, okay, you don't want to have improvements that don't match your neighborhood. You know what I mean? People put in granite countertops. People put in, crazy ass floors and all this. Thank you, Fran. Keep sending those vibes, sister. Keep sending them. Okay. You don't want to, the improvements, if you're not going to stay in your house forever, you don't want to put these expensive improvements into your home because you will not get the money back when you sell because your neighborhood or the area doesn't support those kinds of improvements. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense at all? And let me tell you something. A lot of people are moving away from the granite countertops and the Corian and all that bullshit. That was short-lived, wasn't it? It was. Oh, good, Fran. Good. Okay. Now, these are vinyl. They're peel and stick, but Chewy can put them down with adhesive too. You know, that troweling adhesive. It can be done with those too. Okay. These were regularly $13.97 a box. They were on clearance for $7. This is called Antico. That's the pattern's called Antico, and there are 10 tiles in the box. They're 12 by 12. So that's what it looks like. It's got a little bit of blue in it. It's a white background with gray, a little bit of blue, and then one of my favorite colors, yellow. So there you go. So you see, always keep your eyes open, right? So say that you say to your main sweetie, hey, main sweetie, I really would like to have a new kitchen floor. Well, if you had said that to your main sweetie and you had seen these, you would have bought them because there had to have been at least 100 boxes there on clearance. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? Always keep, and this is a cheap upgrade on a floor. You don't have to do kitchen. You could do bathroom. You could do bathroom. You could do powder room. You could do laundry room. But this is peel and stick. So I just wanted to show you this, okay? And these are heavy. This is heavy, okay? So just keep in mind that, always look. Always look. That's why I dilly so much in the Walmart. I go through every aisle because now these were in the clearance aisle specifically, but you never know what you're going to find as you dilly through the Walmart. You know what I mean? So I'm super de-duper happy with this because I had told Chewy, because he asked me, he said, do you want laminate flooring? And I said, no, it's a bathroom. Why would you put laminate flooring in a bathroom? And he said, well, they have the waterproof stuff. And I said, yeah, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I want linoleum. I grew up in the 70s. I want linoleum. So we were looking at peel and sticks, and we were looking at roll, right? And we just happened to come across this. And I love the white. I love the little bit of gray. There's some blue in it. I don't know if the blue's coming across though, but there's some blue, and then I love the yellow. You know I love the yellow. So thank you all very much. Continue to send him the faith vibes. It's the plumbing. It's the plumbing that is hanging him up. He's not confident about the plumbing. I will not allow Chewy to do electrical. I will not, because I was shocked as a child, very badly shocked as a child with electrical. And when we were early married, when Bunny was little, Chewy was changing a socket in the townhouse that we lived in, and he shocked himself. So I'm not keen on him doing electrical. He can do the plumbing though. He can do it. He can do it. He can do it. You can do it, Chewy. You can do it. We know Chewy can do it. So let's send him all of our faith vibes, okay? And I will continue to tell him every day that he is more than capable and he can do it. Right, Kelly? Right? Linoleum. 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 Of course, the linoleum of today is not the linoleum of yesteryear, right? Because the linoleum of yesteryear is the linoleum that is still on my kitchen floor right now, which you know is like polishing a turd because it's so old. So I can only do what I can for it. So there we go. He can do it. I know, Tina. I know. I've told him that. I've told him just find the video and watch it and do, and watch it and do, and watch it and do. So he'll do it. He'll do it. He'll do it. He'll get sick and tired of looking at the bathroom the way it is, and he'll do it. He will. That's just how it is. Or you know what'll happen? I'll start doing it because I'm sick and tired of not having my own bathroom, and I'll start doing it, and then he'll realize, okay, I got to get to it. So there we go. But we are very, very fortunate. Betty Crocker, Stir and Frost. Oh, Jody. You know what? I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him. You need to get it done before John does. That's what I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him, Jody wants her best sweetie to do this. Let's see who finishes first. That might light a fire under both of them, right? It might light a fire under both of them. So guess what? I told you that my dining room was a hot damn mess. It was after Louise came home because there was more in her dorm room than we had anticipated. Not more than I thought, because I was the one that was telling Louise, start bringing home your stuff because there's more in there than you think there is. I was right, and my dining room was a hot damn mess, right? Well, we went through it. We went through it very quickly on Sunday. I mean, very quickly. Louise's head was spinning because I was going through the stuff, and and she was trying to make decisions, and it got to the point where I made the decisions for her, right? There you go. And, okay. So I took a big old load of stuff over to the Goodwill. Chewy loaded up Mary Todd, and I took it over there yesterday. Tuesday, yesterday, okay? And you know the rule. I have to donate in order to shop. That's the rule. That is my strict rule, okay? So I donated So I went in and I shopped. I didn't find any clothes. But I did find some goodies and I want to share them with you. I certainly do. Okay. So yesterday was senior citizen. I'm 57. So guess what? I'm a senior citizen. I am. And I got this. Now this is going to be for Bunny and the daughter-in-law and my ginger snap. They are having a house built. They will be moving into a new home. They're having a house built. This is brand new. Okay? And it's big. Look how big this is. It's kind of like that plasticky, like fabric. It almost reminds me of sunbrella fabric, but it's, and it's got our initial on it, right? Rope handles. And then it's got a lining. Brand new. $4. See it? $4. Now, senior citizen is 20% off your entire purchase, okay? So I got $1.80 off of my entire purchase. And I spent $7.63 after tax. So that's one of them, okay? Then, I make up a box, a summer box for my ginger snap, and it's just a box that I wrap up with fun wrapping paper, and I stick things in it for him for the summertime. So if he's at his house and he's bored or it's a rainy day, he can go to his summer box and he can pick some things out. So I do like card games and coloring books and reading books and puzzles and summer schoolwork books, because you got to keep them up on their schoolwork. You got to keep them up over the summertime. Well, I found these 3 books for my ginger snap at the Goodwill. Okay, they were $1 a piece, and they are the one of them is the A to Z Mysteries, The Kidnapped King. So I thought that would be cute. That's an easy chapter book. Okay. This is the Magic Tree House, number 7, Sunset of the Sabertooth. And these are the easy chapter books. And then I got the Magic Tree House, number 3, Mummies in the Morning. So I got him those 3 books, and they're going to go into his summer box for, for his summer activities if he wants to. So I got those 3 books, right? So I got those. Then you all know that I love the Dear America series, right? And remember I told you, I know, Kelly, right? I know. I get him like fun snacks, like the nerd ropes. I'll get him a couple of those. I'll get him a bag of the freezer pops, and I'll stick those in there. I'll get him some of those foam airplanes. I'll get him some of those poppets that he can throw onto the ground. Just things that if he's bored, he can go to the box and pick out something to do. A deck of cards so he can build a house of cards. Do you remember doing that when you were young? I bet your mom, Kelly, gave you a deck of cards and told you to get out of her hair and go build a house of cards. And you would sit with the fan running and you would build a house of cards while the soaps were on in the background and your mom was listening to them with the bubble hair dryer on her head. Am I reliving a memory of my life? I think I am. You all know how much I love the Dear America series, right? Now, the Dear America series is a book series that is in each era, and they profile a girl that lived in that era, okay? There's a whole series of them. I know, right? Jody, I think they're coming back, though, because I'm seeing them on Instagram. I'm seeing them. You hook them to your blow dryer. You hook the hose to your blow dryer, and then you bubble out your hair. I know, honey, right? The bubble hair dryer, the edge of night. I know, Kelly. The edge of night, bologna and cheese sandwich, tomato soup, right? Or chicken noodle with your mom ironing and she had the bubble hair dryer on her head. Anybody else raise their hand? Anyway, I found one of the Dear Americas at the Goodwill. And this is one that I had not read. I have not read this one ever. Now, this is the Diary of Remember Patience Whipple. Now, her first name is Remember. Her middle name is Patience. And so her first name is Remember. That is her name. So this is the Mayflower 1620. So this is about Remember on the Mayflower. So if you are not familiar with the Dear America books, or you have a young girl, I'm going to say ages 8 to 10, 8 to 11. I know, right, honey? These are wonderful, wonderful books. They teach a little bit about history, and they also teach they also teach about what it was like as children, as little girls, to live in certain times. So if you have a little girl in your life, besides Little House on the Prairie, Dear America books are wonderful. So I found this, very, very excited. Now, you all know how I feel about the Joshua series, right? You're going to get sick to death of me talking about it. But again, I'm going to say it until you believe me. So if you shop at the Goodwill, if you shop at thrift stores, look for the Joshua books. You will not be sorry. Okay? So, okay, yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't necessarily believe in, I don't know what you would call it, serendipity? Would you call it serendipity? So, I mentioned to you all about the Joshua books, and I've mentioned them from way back here at Lilleybugglane, right? And I mentioned to you that I have a set, and I am building a set from the Goodwill, right? So that's one of the things that I continuously look for at the Goodwill. So one of our circle members says to me, I'm not familiar with the Joshua series at all. I've never heard of it, right? And I thought to myself, oh, okay. So I'm at the Goodwill, and guess what I found? The Joshua book. Now, this is a parable for today. Now, this is the first book in the series. You don't have to read them in order, but this is the introduction to Joshua. Okay? And she's going to receive this in the mail so that she can be introduced to Joshua. So I would encourage you all, when you're out and about at the Goodwill, look at the books. And if you find a Joshua book, please, please buy it. And please read it. And you will love Joshua, and you will love Joshua's stories just as much as I do. They're calming, they're faith-based, not specific faith, just overall faith, okay? And you'll love them just as much as I do. But she is going to receive this because this would be my third one that I have, and I'm building my second set, but I'm going to gift her this book. Okay? So you will receive this book from me, and I hope you love it as much as I do. So there we go. And I got this at the Goodwill for $1, and the the Dear America book was also $1. And this is by Scholastic. So, can I tell you, always look in the children's book section too, because sometimes books get stuck in the kids section that might not necessarily be kids books, like the idiom book. I don't consider that a kid's book. What kid would be interested in that, right? a nerd or a geek maybe, but there we go. Okay, listen, Linda, are you still here? Kelly, tell your mom to get the tin foil out, because guess what's going to happen next week? We got to figure this out. We got to figure this out, everybody. Next week is our conspiracy theory circle time for the month. I have decided, right? Oh, Linda, here we go, sister. I have decided once a month we are going to have a conspiracy theory circle time. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about conspiracy theories. We can gossip a little bit. Okay? That's what we're going to do once a month. We're going to have tinfoil hat, circle time, conspiracy theory. Okay? All right. Now, let's throw some ideas around. Okay? Do we want to talk about serious conspiracy theories, or do we want to talk about like not so serious conspiracy theories? How do we want to do this? Okay? Do you want me to pick the conspiracy theory? Do you want to leave comments and throw out some conspiracy theories? What do we want to do? And we'll get as conspiratorial as you want to get. I don't have a problem with it. Okay, serious conspiracy theories. We've got some serious here. I'm thinking Linda definitely is serious conspiracy theories, because she and I are on the same page. Serious? Okay. All right. Now, how do we want to do this? How would you determine what is a serious conspiracy theory as opposed to a not so serious conspiracy theory? So do we want to, okay, let me give you an example. Would this be a serious conspiracy theory? Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone gunman. Would you consider that to be a serious conspiracy theory? Just so I kind of know, you know what I mean? Because to me, the earth is flat. That's like a fun conspiracy theory in my mind, right? Is that how you guys are thinking about it too? Okay, so Lee Harvey Oswald as a lone shooter is serious. Okay, Francine. Okay, that's serious. Flat Earth is fun, right? That's a fun conspiracy theory in your guys' mind, right? I just kind of want to know what we're thinking about here. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself is a serious conspiracy theory, right? That's okay. So I want to know that. Is that serious or is that fun? Would you look at what Kelly put down? Would you consider that to be serious or would that be fun? Okay. You'd say that's a fun one, right? That's a fun one that we could talk about, right? Okay, so I kind of get the gist of it. And let's say tunnels under Washington, D.C., where nefarious thing or where things are transported without anybody knowing about it because it's illegal, right? That's a serious one, right? Right? Is that kind of a thing? And like the chemtrails, that's a fun one, right? Is that a fun one? Okay, so the tunnels, that's a serious one. Okay. Like a conspiracy theory that Madonna has never had any plastic surgery, that's a fun conspiracy theory, right? So we kind of know the difference between the two, right? So we'll do serious ones. And then if we get sidetracked by a fun one, we'll do something like that, okay? So that's what we'll do. So we'll do our regular circle time business at the beginning, and then we'll slide into our conspiracy theory circle time, okay? But I think that's what we'll do. And here's what I'd like you all to do, okay? You can either DM me with a conspiracy theory that you would like to talk about, or leave it down in the comments section, right? I'm not going to promise that I'm going to pick your conspiracy theory, but it will give me more of we can alternate too. Yes, we can. Or we could spend 15 minutes on a serious and 15 minutes on a fun, if you want to do it like that. You know what I mean? But I just want to make sure that we're on the same page as to what we want our conspiracy circle time to be, right? So that no one is lost as to what we're talking about, okay? So just throw some, I know, right, honey? I don't think it's a conspiracy, but it is a conspiracy. Or that, that is really Kim Kardashian's ass. That's a conspiracy theory too. But I don't think it's a conspiracy theory because it's not her ass. But anyway, so leave a comment, DM me, whatever you want to do. Throw out some conspiracy theories. They can be social, they can be political, they could be scientific, they can be animal related, food related, however you want to do it, and we'll just go off the cuff and we'll learn as we go. How does that sound? Now, here's the rule. You have to wear a tin-foil hat when we have conspiracy theory circle time. That's a rule. That's a rule. So, make your tinfoil hats so that everyone has one to wear. Yeah, defy logic a little bit, right? Right. So just throw out some ideas for me in the comment section, or like I said, DM me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, send me a DM. I will vet you within an inch of your life, and then I'll welcome you into our circle of Instagram friends, because it's a lot of fun. It is. And yeah, so that's what I've decided. We are having conspiracy theory circle time next week. It'll be our inaugural conspiracy theory circle time. Right. So make your tinfoil hat or put a colander on your head. That's what I always tell my mother to do when it's thundering and lightning outside. I say, Mrs. Smith, put your colander on and go outside. It's thundering and lightning. So anyway, so I'm so excited about it. I am so excited about it. I know quite a few of you have told me that you want to do this. You want to do this. And guess what? I want to do it too, because I have opinions and I have theories on everything. Okay? Everything. They might be wrong. They might be right. But I do have opinions, as we all do, right? So I think this will be a fun way that we can converse and kind of share our opinions about certain topics. And if I'm not here, you know why. You're right, Mom. You're right. You are absolutely right. So that's it for circle time. The big announcement. Be there or be square next week with your tinfoil hats. I'm going to be so excited about this. I certainly, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Right, Fran? Right. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. This is just going to be fun. It's just going to be fun. It's just going to be fun. So, and everybody can say what they think. It's not going to be one way or the other. Nobody's going to be right or nobody's going to be wrong. Oh, Okay, up. Thank you so much, honey, because guess what? I'm fancy today. I certainly am. Okay, here we go. Circle time outfit of the day. I was fancy today. I'm wearing a dress. This dress is from Goodwill. There was a pop-up shop at the Goodwill. They had a whole bunch of new with tag items on the rack. But all the labels were cut out of the clothing. Now, this has to be either Ann Taylor, Talbot's, it might be like, I don't know, Anne Klein, Banana Republic, I don't know, because all the tags were cut out of it, okay? This is a dress. This is a dress. This is a shirtwaist dress. Exactly the kind of dress that I like, okay? Button front, pop collar, nip waist with a self tie, which I wish was more of a sash, and pockets in the folds of the skirt. Okay, so there we go. Okay, here's the back. Oops. That's the balance thing. I'm working on it. Here's the back. Okay, it's got princess seams right here. And it's got princess seams right here. Buttons all the way down. I love the pockets. Okay, and I'm wearing my Bionic wedges. Okay, now I want to show you something. Okay, whenever I wear a dress or a skirt, okay, I always wear a smoother or a shaper. Okay, so that's what this is here. And this, because I don't have a slip-on, this is just kind of an extra little modesty garment, right? So I always wear one of those, and it just smooths and shapes. But this doesn't, you don't have to worry about that because it's not tight or anything like that. But, and it also, like if it gets hot or anything like that, you know, it helps keep you cool. So, yes, a shaper, right? It's not a girdle. It's not a girdle, so it's not tight, right? It's just a smoother, right? It's a little bit of a smoother. So there we go. No, it's not a blouse. It's a dress, honey. It's a dress. Thank you, Fran. Thank you. You wore the maxi dress and sandals yesterday. Pockets. Yep, pockets. So there we go. And but it doesn't have a label in it because I got this last winter, not this past winter, but last winter. So it would have been winter of 22. Okay. And it was just a rack at the Goodwill with all these brand new clothes with all the labels cut out of them. And so I don't know where it came from, but I'm guessing like Ann Taylor, Talbot's. I don't think it's Banana Republic, but a lot of the clothes were like really nice. And this is like a poplin cotton. You know what I mean? And of course, just look at that. Look at the pattern. Just look at the pattern. It's like a cotton poplin, Linda. It's fabulous. And see, the collar pops, right? So it stays up. It's fabulous. So I was fancy today. I was fancy. And I wore a dress. Now, you all know, in the summertime, I have Feminine Fridays. And what I'm going to do this year, on Fridays, I'm going to post my outfits on Instagram for Feminine Friday on Instagram. So what I did last summer was every Friday I wore Yeah. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that, Kelly. It could be Liz Claiborne. It could be Liz Claiborne. Or maybe Charter Club. But I think this is a little too fancy for Charter Club. But I don't know. You're right. It could be Liz Claiborne. I didn't even think about that. Ooh, look at that gray. Woo! Holy moly, Lala. Come on now. Like boy shorts? Is that what you're talking about, Fran? But that's when I got this. So, Feminine Friday. So every Friday during the summer, I wear a dress or a skirt, and I call it Feminine Friday. Thank you, Anna Marie. So glad you're here. I call it Feminine Friday, and I told you all that that is just my way of making a stand and showing that it is not a bad thing to be a girl, to be a woman, to be feminine. Women are meant to be feminine if they want to be feminine, right? We all know the truth. We all know the truth. And that's not a conspiracy theory. So my silent protest is Feminine Fridays during the summer. So that's what I'll be doing on Instagram every Friday is I'll be posting my Feminine Friday outfits on Instagram. I didn't do it last summer, but I'm definitely going to do it this summer. So if you all would like to join me on Feminine Fridays during the summer and wear a dress or a skirt, please feel free to do that. Please feel free to do that. Okay, there we go. Thank you, honey, for reminding me. And we extended circle time for 7 more minutes. We certainly did. Can I tell you, I'm so excited about next. I'm so excited. Yes. Okay, I know what you mean, Fran. I'm so excited for next week already. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are too. And I already know how I'm going to do my tinfoil hat. I already know. And I already know that a couple of you are also going to do tinfoil hats because you told me you were. So here we go. Here we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this time together as much as I have, because I certainly have. And I really appreciate you spending this time with me. It is so much fun. I don't know who that is, Anna Marie. If you leave a comment down below, after the video, I'll look into it if you'd like me to. I really appreciate everybody spending this time with me and spending this time with each other. It is so much fun. It certainly is. I think of you all every single day. You are never far in my thoughts. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. You know how I feel about it. It's only words, okay? Get it off your chest. I'm so excited about next week. I am so excited. I hope you guys are too, right? I hope you guys are too. Are we ready? I think we're ready. I hope you are happy. I hope you are happy. I hope you're healthy. Take your zinc every day. It is up to us. And I hope you are safe. I certainly do. Felt like I just lost a nail, but I didn't, thankfully. I hope you're safe. Keep an eye on your weather, okay? Be prepared, not scared. I will see you Saturday at the sink. I will. And any conspiracy theories you want to talk about, leave them down in the comments section or direct message me. I'm so excited. Talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the week, okay? Good night.